Okay, a number of people were having difficulty both with getting their images in a grid and also with Packback, so I'm going to do a quick little tutorial on both of those, and I will try to make it as brief as possible. Okay, so I went ahead and I put my quote-unquote final 10 images all together in a line. The way that I did that was by using the little tags down here. That brings you to your keywords, and so for all of my final 10 I just wrote final 10. Then I created a smart collection with the keyword final 10. So they're all in one file, ready to go for me. So to get them into a grid, I can go over to print, okay, and then over on the left-hand side on this menu, you can basically pick anything that says custom. Any of those are going to be customizable. So I'm just going to choose the one with the most squares. Do that one. Okay, so this works for me because my images are 1 by 1, so the aspect ratio is a square. So those are totally fine. I'm going to leave those there. For the rest of my images, you can just click on the square, then you can grab the handles on the side to change the size, and the little trick that I like to do is I roll one square over the others and make that snap in place so that it's exactly the same size. And I'm going to try to line those up in a perfect grid. Okay, so I have that one. It's adjustable. You can adjust any of them that you want to. You can kind of choose your own layout. That's up to you. And then if you want another square, you go over to the side here and you can have these cells. So it says in the cells column, make sure that caret is open so that you're looking at cells, and you can say add to package. And they don't have a square format, so they probably do have things that would work for you. For example, a 5 by 7 is probably what most of you are shooting at. For me, the 2 by 2.5 is going to be the closest. So again, I'm going to drag that over to the square. I can grab those handles and adjust the size. So I'm just going to keep doing that until I get to 10, and I want these to be as big as possible, just to fill up that whole page so that when your classmates are viewing your images, they can see them as large as you can get them. Okay, so that is 10. Now what I can do is go down to these thumbnails at the very bottom here, and I can just click, hold it down, and drag these images up into these squares. So of course you can pick the order of your images if that matters. Okay, and then when you are done with that, you are going to want to export this as a, I think JPEG is the only thing that Packback will accept. Previously, I talked you through how to save a PDF file, but Packback will only accept JPEG files, and you can change that by going over to the left-hand menu, and it says Print Job, Print To, and it says Printer. Instead, I'm going to switch that to JPEG file. Okay, and the rest will be absolutely fine. So after I said JPEG file, I can say then print to file there at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and click this, save as common thread final grid observable. Okay, we can save it to the desktop. That is fine. Okay, so once that's saved, we can go over to Packback. Okay, so I have Packback up here on Chrome, so if you are confused as to where to find that, it should be at the bottom on your navigation bar. If you click Packback, it will automatically pop you into our class Packback. So there's the Project 1 critique, there's my guidepost. Please read through this guidepost because it will tell you what your role is and how to complete this assignment. Okay, so be sure to do that. And then after you read that, you can go back to discussions. And I dislike how it says this, but you're going to click ask a new question. For us, we're not actually going to be asking a new question. We are going to be uploading our specific project. The way you can do that, so you're going to need to title it. So I'm just going to do Zerbil common thread, and this is just an example. So I'll throw that in there, and then under add description, you're going to click the plus there, and then you can go ahead and pick the image. So there's two image options. You want the one that opens your browser. Okay, and then we're going to select a file, and there we go. Just need to reload. Okay, so I do have that. It is JPEG format, and all of my images are there. So I can say open, add image, and that is all you need. You don't need to write anything else. It can just be that single sheet. If you wanted to do more than one sheet, that is up to you. I would encourage you, just for the sake of scrolling, that you do the one page, but if it really matters to you, if you need more pages to make it make sense, it's not a rule. Okay, so all of that is good. That's all you need. I'm going to go ahead and submit post now. Oh, okay. Needs to be a question mark at the end. That's fine. Okay, there we go. So that is the post. It is up and running. So then we can go back to discussion, and then you can see my example post. Then you can also see that Jesus has already done that. So when you are going in to add your responses, you can click either preview post or add response. I'm going to preview post so that you can see this nice grid that Jesus has created. You can go to full post, you can look at it, and then whatever your role is. So just for example, I'm going to do cheerleader example, and I can say okay. There you go. So that is how you can go ahead and do that. Then it will show up there. So that's all that you need to know right now. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask, but I wanted to keep this short, so I'm going to go ahead and stop there. Hopefully this was helpful.